system. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check. Breakfast. Let's appreciate them, their partners. And of course, we have the current student president. If you are in the room, please. The council, the current council for Mount Kenya University. Thank you very much. That is the protocols. Now, if you are called to speak here, please protocol. Appreciate yourself for coming first and foremost. Now, the theme for this breakfast meeting, is insights on economic shifts and opportunities. Insights on economic shifts and opportunities. So that's why we say we are going to expand our knowledge on the existing opportunities as much as we are going to explore the economic territories as we move along. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite the Director Alumni Relationship, Madam Virginia, to come and, of course, usher in into the welcoming remarks. Please appreciate as he comes on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning again. You enjoyed the breakfast?
Yes.
Was it sumptuous?
Yes.
All right. I am excited to be joined by all of us today. Virginia Musawa is my name. I am that one who writes you emails, the one who sends messages, that one who is forever on the social media asking you to do various things. This is the naughty person. This is the naughty one. We want to make sure that you continue to shine. But also we want to make sure that you evolve so that you are able to give back to your alma mater and to, to the university that made you who you are. And so this month has been a very busy one. We have been having Alumni Business Month. And in this Alumni Business Month, we have had a couple of webinars. I believe you have seen them. We have been announcing those ones. You have participated heavily in those ones. And I know very many people who are not able to make it today because probably they are not executives like you guys are, who are not able to come here today. They have attended those webinars and it was really incredible. And we were very excited to think with my executive team, which is here, the Mount Kenya University Alumni Association team, we were excited to put together, we were like, no, we don't want to just have webinars. At the end of these webinars, can we have a physical event? But now for this physical event, it brought us so much joy to think that then let's have our CEOs, let's have our MDs, let's have our entrepreneurs, let's have our executives, senior executives, and have a discussion about economic shifts. There has been a lot. We are saying a lot as a there are opportunities. And so we were cognizant of the fact that, hey, our CEOs, our MDs, our entrepreneurs, our senior corporates, that sometimes they don't even know who to have these discussions with. You are there, the pressure is increasing on your side. You do not know who is my next CEO, who is my next MD that I can actually share this with or get some tips. Maybe the company is not doing so well. Who is doing well? Who is remaining afloat? And so it brings me so much joy to have finally had you people present. Value, either in your personal life or in your professional life, we will make sure that we will keep doing that. And we are open. We agreed. I was even having a conversation this opportunity. It's not just for you as executives to network, to come together, have a discussion, but it is also an opportunity for us to get to know you, so that if we know we are struggling in one area, we need speakers in one area, we need mentors in one area, we can always know, hey, these are our people, and we can come comfortably to you. So thank you for honoring us with your presence today. So we have not been able to do this alone. I have mentioned the MKU executive a lot. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm told I need to put this mic even if it is not working from my end, don't worry. But I believe I'm audible enough. I can make a lot of noise, right? Yeah, so we are not able to do what we are able to do with my executive team alone. Today, we are excited to be joined by our CEO. Please appreciate him. Please appreciate our CEO. We are excited to be joined by our CEO, and Prof, we are excited that you honor us with your presence for this event. Our CEO and the entire University Management Board, they have supported us. They have supported us. Please appreciate them. Yes, they have supported us. we have received a lot of their support, and I think it would be really, it will be an injustice on their end if I do not appreciate them and ask them to continue supporting us. I mean, we are really excited with this support that we are getting from the university, and I believe that we will also, sooner than later, make them feel proud that there is value of the support that they are giving us. So the university has continuously supported us, and for me, very specifically, allow me to appreciate Professor Peter Wanderi, and he was in the protocol that was the protocol that was announced. And Prof is a very special person. He has held my hand as the director. I could not perform without him, and I've kept telling him. He has allowed me to grow. He has kept, asking me to keep shining, and I am excited. Thank you, Prof. Thank you very much. Some of those things that we need the university management to support, they only can get support because Professor Peter Wanderi presents them in management. So we appreciate you, Prof. We totally appreciate you. But yes, for everything to be good and nice, there is always people on the ground who do an amazing work. They are smiling. I want to appreciate Peter. I want to appreciate Peter. I want to appreciate my beautiful interns. Shout your name, please. Yeah, thank you. It disappeared. Rachel and Jael, they have been doing an amazing job, and Elizabeth in absentia, yes, they help to make sure that all these things happen, and in a very nice way. So with all those many things that I've said, I also want to make you feel welcome. Please feel free to share. Get to know your neighbor. This is your session. This for us. This is by us and for us. Take advantage of this time. Take advantage of this session, and please grow. Also, we are joined by vice presidents. I have been talking with presidents. They are CEOs in their own capacity. Former student presidents. These guys are, they are the guys. They are the people. And even our keynote speaker for today, Honorable Moshisho, was also a student president, a student leader. And so, yeah, these are the kind of people that Mount Kenya University is producing, and we are happy. We are extremely happy today to be having the former student presidents, and because they also want to have a conversation with other CEOs, and yes, it will be great too. We are also joined today by partners, and at this point, I will want to welcome, we have several partners, several companies that have partnered with us to enrich our event today, but also to continue to give our Mount Kenya University discounted rates. Please appreciate our partners. They want to continue to give Mount Kenya University, not just the CEOs, not just the executives, continue to discounted rates for the various packages that they offer with their organizations. But specifically for today, we have three main partners. We have Laptops World with us, a great partner with us. They are extending a lot of discounts to our alumni. You can go there and get your laptops at a special rate for Mount Kenya University alumni. Thank you, Laptops World. You will get to hear them. And also we are joined by Zuri Springs. These are Tattoo City. They want you guys to live in nice places, yeah? And they have partnered with us to add value to our event today. Caro, are you around? Where is Caro? Yes. You guys should be joining me. Join me, ladies. And also we are partnering today with Beyond the Savannah. Beyond the Savannah, and the CEO is in the room. Appreciate her. I will give each one of them 2 minutes to tell us what their organization does and what they are giving to us as alumni. It is It is amazing that they are ladies. They are ladies. Appreciate us. Appreciate. Yeah. No, it's not by default. We just found ourselves. Yeah, we just found ourselves. And so, please, in a minute, in 2 minutes, make a passionate appeal to our alumni. Tell us what you do, but we appreciate your organizations for supporting us.
Okay, I hope I'm as loud as Virginia. So I've got 2 minutes. Quick question. How many of us have a LinkedIn profile? Hands up. LinkedIn profile optimized, CV. So what we on the Savannah does, we are a company that promotes the African youth. So you want you to work remotely. I know we are in a room full of CEOs, but if you want an extra source of income, or if you have a loved one who is looking for a job, the Kenyan market right now isn't so good. There are opportunities out there. That's what we do beyond the Savannah. My name is Lorraine, and I am the founder.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I hope I'm audible enough. My name is Mary Wanjiru Karanja. I'm the co-director of Laptops World. We are here as partners, but we are here to give you guys discounts. We deal with laptops. We have as well, we usually have those guys that repair machines. So we know technology is developing, so we want to work together with you. If you have a company that needs laptops, yourself at home, your children, we've been in this field for like 10 years. So we're in a position, we do wholesale and retail. We do marketing locally and East Africa as well. And we've been in a position to do with private and as well public sectors as well. So if you're looking for a laptop and you want with good discount, we're here for you. We'll be outside, we'll exchange contacts and reach out. I'll give you just one contact that you can contact us if you have your phone close to you. It's just 0798 98 again 9857. So that's the simplest number I can give you that you can reach us out, and we'll be ready to serve you guys, to give you discounts. And we have one of the best laptops. We have new, refurbished, and they are grade A. We import ourselves, and we're in a position to deal with you guys and give you great discounts. Thank you so much.
Am I audible? All right. Okay. So I work with Tattoo City. Tattoo City original idea was to put up satellite cities outside of Nairobi. Nairobi has become so congested. So we set up satellite cities. Has anybody here been to Tattoo City? Oh, great. So good news is that we are setting up a similar entity at Juja, just right after JKUAT, as you go to Gatondo. So we're calling that project Zuri Springs. Zuri Springs is a sister project to Tattoo City, but on a smaller scale. Tattoo is a 5,000-acre land. Zuri is 855. So it's going to be a very communal setup of a mixed-use development. If you guys are looking for residential plots to build your homes, if you're looking for commercial areas, I believe here we have business people who can set up commercial buildings. And then if you're looking for a school, we have actually land for school. Our projects are master planned to ensure that at the end of the development, that's a town running by itself. Economies of scale there. And we also have industrial land. I know MKU is raising people in different fields, and some of these people are industrialists. So we have land where you can set up your own industry. If you want to set up a business complex, if you want to set up a university section. I know some universities usually extend some business sections to other areas, so we are open for that. And we also have, I know we have a university coming up soon, so we have a place that your students can do what you call exchange programs for the education sectors that are different in the MKU. And for you CEOs, if you're looking for a place that you can set up a company, if you're looking for a place that you can set up an industry, you're welcome welcome at Zuri Springs. We'll be outside, we'll exchange contacts. If any of you would like to do a visit, we have that, we can organize that. But I would encourage each one of you to visit Tatu City. Tatu City is an SEZ, Special Economic Zone, currently only operational. And we have so many industries there. It could be a very great game changer for your businesses, especially for those people who are looking to do business in the SEZ. I believe some of you understand what an SEZ is. Understand what an SEZ is. And we have also warehouses where if you're not buying land, you can hire a warehouse under special economic zone. Simply, special economic zone means that you can do business and tax exempted. We have 7 types of taxes that are exempted if you're doing business within an SEZ. So you're all welcome.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. You may be seated. Yeah, those are our partners for today, and we are excited that your organizations have enriched our program today. Thank you very much. So, before I welcome my chairperson, my chairman, who have I not shaken their hand? I will shake your hand. I have to make sure I shake the hand of everyone. Yes, I will. I'll shake your hand also. And you too, yeah. So that by the time you leave here, you know that noisy person was the director of Alumni Relations. And yes, she will keep visiting your emails and your spaces. So thank you very much. The MC for today. Allow me to talk about the MC for today as I welcome my chairman. The MC for today is one of the members of MKU Alumni Executive Team. And basically, this is the product of the university, guys. So we have a team that is working for you. We appreciate you, sir, with what you are doing. Doing an amazing job. He's doing an amazing job. He's given back to the university in so many ways. Recently, in the moat, he was a judge in the moat competition. Yes, and he continues to give back to the university. And so, yes, we will talk about that much later, about giving back to the university so that we show you how can you do it, which way can you do it. And very importantly, because of a big animal in the room that is looking at us, it is called Shibroom's Alumni Pads Drive. Needy students within our midst in the university. This is not for me to say, but the VC will tell you the university has grown in leaps and bounds, have 62,000 students. But of these 62,000 students, we have over half of them, of course, that are ladies. And from these ladies, we have around 5,000 across all campuses that are really in need of basic things like sanitary towels. And so part of giving back that we will call upon you guys to do today is to support. It is to support this call. So without continuing to make a lot of noise and say so much, my chair, Mr. Gikera Kahara, palipo na wazee hapaharibiki neno. Appreciate the chairperson of MKU Alumni Association. It's always nice to have you, Chair.
Wow. Am I? Oh, okay. I have an internal volume control. I hope it is going to be audible. Thank you so much, Madam Director. It's always a pleasure to have you speak to us. You speak with such passion and vigor, and we really appreciate. The protocol is already established, so let me not go that route. And also the appreciation to the university, the Vice Chancellor, the Principal, the Madam Director, Alumni Executive Board. Just to share a little from where I sit on behalf of the alumni. The MC told us, even if you are not a CEO, to start feeling like you are one. And I thought that was very apt. And in my journey, and by the way, my name is Gikera Kahara, like it has been mentioned. I am a master's graduate in public administration and management, 2013, and currently studying PhD in strategic management. And one of my, sorry, at MKU, and my master's was also in MKU. One of the keynote speakers that we have had in the webinars is my neighbor, Professor Peter Ngure. And he told me that he's going to ask me, have I finished, until I get so embarrassed that I have to finish. And by God's grace, December, I hope to be on the graduation list. Having said that, MC said, start feeling like a CEO. This is my journey, which I wanted to relate in terms of the engagement that we have with you CEOs vis-a-vis the expectations of the alumni. My first job, paying job, was actually a CEO. First paying job. My salary was 7,000 shillings. Negotiated salary. It was so inclusive. You may think it is a little amount of money. It was a lot of money. Those people who are still drinking. I remember with 2 shillings and 50 cents, I could buy a beer. So there is a time a friend of mine visited, and I bought him 4 beers for 10 shillings. So I was earning a lot of money. So my first job was a CEO. I didn't realize. Kumbe, that is the beginnings of a load in terms of sharing and the responsibilities that you people, the CEOs in the room here, have. Later on, after going to the university, that was after my A-levels, that's the time I went to found a secondary school. After university, I came and worked in computer bureaus, the NCRs, the ICAOs at the time. Computer systems at that time were limited only to a few companies who could afford them. So there were a lot of computer bureaus where people used to process their applications. So I am an applications software developer, and I worked there. Later on, I worked for Deloitte and Touche for 9 years. During our time, you heard that after I came out of the secondary school, after my A-levels, even as an untrained teacher, I got an opportunity to found a secondary school. A number of you people, the young people of this generation, this is a pipe dream for you. There are these shifting economic situations. We had opportunities that you don't appear to have. But I'm happy to hear, for instance, this lady who is telling us, She can help us with our CVs, with our LinkedIn, and other things that we've been talking about in the webinars that we've been having, so that we can have a competitive edge over others. But nonetheless, we acknowledge the shifting space that you're operating in. And we, the CEOs, current and former, and in the places that we are in, Deputy Governor, and this is my governor. I reside in Kajiado, so as we interact here, I'm interacting with my governor, and I am saying, because we engage and we are engaging them, even in their space, they can feel this weight of these people who do not have opportunities. And therefore, we, the CEOs, we, the people in those privileged positions, what do we have for these people? They are dwindling situations, and we need to step in one way or the other. Permit me, in the minutes that are remaining, to share something that I came across, and it really pricked my heart. It is in our WhatsApp group, and permit me to read it the way I found it. Some disclaimer I need to have. In that posting, there are some people named there: Muhindi, a man, a woman, African. I do not wish to stereotype, and it is not the intention to stereotype. So let me read it the way it was, but the intention is for us to see where this posting is pricking our conscience. It goes like this. I was recently engaged in a conversation with a young woman, and therefore the disclaimer I made is it could also be a man. Bright, educated, articulate, but boiling with frustration. She was livid that with all the degrees and diplomas under her belt, nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared her for the chilling reality of redundancy, rejection, or the kind of resilience needed to survive the times we are in. Her words stung with bitter clarity. She said this, quote, "Education was a scam. Life has set me up for failure." End of quote. And you know what? I get it. I really do. But I didn't let her go off easy. Because while I understand the weight of her frustration, I place the blame elsewhere. Not on the school system, but on the guardianship that failed her. There was a time when parents were parents, present, intentional. They did not just feed you and pay your school fees. They armed you, and me of course, for war. They taught you grit, adaptation, street smarts, faith, and fortitude. Life's lessons hidden in chores, stories, punishments, and daily interaction. Whether they were rich or poor, modern or rural, they knew school could only do so much. The rest was up to the home. But today's parents, many of them are fragile, shells in comparison. They protect their children like fabric eggs, micromanage their words, sterilize their pain, avoid difficult conversations, and in doing so, they raise porcelain adults, polished on the outside, but emotionally brittle inside. No critical thinking, no adaptability, no sense of ownership in their lives. So, no, school isn't the scam. The scam is in believing the school is enough. We have misunderstood the very why of education. When the Muzungu, and I made a disclaimer, it's not just the Muzungu, the white person, brought formal education to Africa. It wasn't for our enlightenment. It was a strategic deployment. He needed a docile, semi-literate workforce to operate his farms, manage his records, clean his compounds, and file ledgers. He needed just educated enough. He needed us just educated enough to serve his empire. They didn't teach us to own. They taught us to apply, not to create. Goes on to say, let's be brutally honest. You are schooling to be employed. Me, I've just said how I was employed, and many of us are and continue to. So, the salary, your education was not purpose-driven, it was employment-driven. So when the desk disappeared, so did your identity. And here is where the tragedy lies. We laughed at technical colleges, we despised polytechnics, we looked down on anyone just who did a certificate, we said they were not sharp enough, etc. Again, for the interest of time, I'll skip some others and say this. That we need to wake up. We need the new realities, the shifting economic opportunities, and to realize the foundations that we went through and are good. I've just
have a long, long way to go. In terms of the economic shifts, and I'm glad that the government is represented here, I'm going to pick just one thing that is really happening on the ground. One of the challenges that we have faced at Hallmark Institute of Professionals and the entrepreneur that I am is the ever-changing regulations. And I'll give a very personal example. One day, my college is right in town at Harambe Avenue. So one day, I drive to work, and I get into the streets, and I'm looking for parking, and I get a parking space. And those days, I was used to paying 200 shillings. And I go to the app. It's *647#. And I go to the process, and when I go to the point of how much to pay, I realized the parking had been increased from 200 to 300 shillings. Guess what I did? Like the business person that I am, I thought there's an error on my app. So I went back to the whole process. And oh my, I confirmed that actually it was moved from 200 to 300. What percentage is that? 50%. And I am a daily parking person. That changed, and I say, okay, fine. I may have missed the memo that parking was being increased. I have that bit. Other day, they made another regulation, and where we used to parking, they just changed and said we can no longer park there. The other day, I came to the office. I had to request someone to just watch my car for a few minutes. I get into the office, do what I must do, and drive away because there was no parking for me. Changing policies, changing regulations, and of course it comes with the issues of communication and all that. So does it mean we are challenged in many ways? Definitely yes. To date, I had gotten to a point where I told the people I have two options. Park the car right inside the office. We know definitely that is not possible, or not drive to work. What does that mean? We can all guess. What are the other challenges that we face? The regulations are always changing. We have always increasing compliance. The SHA, the NSSF, the housing levy as an employer. And by there, at this point, I know you're looking at me and getting worried if you're getting entrepreneurship. I want, first of all, to just make your faces happy by saying that just this April, I am adopting SAR and VC. I am adopting 2 people from Mount Kenya University. And they have come to me for work, and that means I have to pay them. So one has already joined us in the month of April, and just yesterday, I just received their pay slip. And I looked at it and I thought, my God, I don't think I had budgeted for this. And we are already now having a negotiation to either maybe hold for the next one or revise our budget in as far as recruitment is concerned. So for those of you who are here and maybe you are still at MKU, are you Viviano? Now, for those of us who are in the graduation last year, December, by the way, I am the current ex-MKU alumni representative for the graduation last year. And my God, that presentation, I am happy that I will shake your hand today. And we'll talk. They did a very nice presentation, and I have not forgotten Viviano. If I forgot everything else. The 2 ladies. Now you remember. Viviano, we'll see you. So what I was saying is, the changing regulations is what is a challenge for us, just locally. But what are we saying? As leaders, as entrepreneurs, we must empower ourselves, and thanks to MKU, that you are empowering us. And one of the things that we have to keep thinking about, we have to admit that the business environment is volatile, it is uncertain, it is complex, and it is ambiguous. If you're taking notes, you can say VUCA, V-U-C-A. The business environment is volatile, it's uncertain, it is complex, and it's ambiguous. When you thought you have learned how to navigate, something else changes. But are we going to stop doing business? Definitely not. And to the Mount Kenya University students and alumni, if there is anything that you have to put into your heart when you're doing your studies here, always think, I know it is good to learn to be employed, but always think, once I have learned at Mount Kenya University, I don't just want to be employed. I want to eventually employ myself, and I want to further go ahead and employ others. And to the alumni today, I encourage us to engage. By engaging, what do I mean? When you're sitting there, get to know what your fellow alumnus is doing. Get to understand, what does Mount Kenya University do? I will get to know what you're doing. That way, we engage. Once you promote one another, let us promote one another. If I am going to, build Kenya, why can't we buy MKU and build MKU? Once we do that, we will be able to empower one another. When you promote Mount Kenya University, when you promote Hallmark Institute of Professionals, you are empowering me. We empower each other. While at it, we will be able to evolve and definitely bring impact to the rest of the society, beginning with Mount Kenya. I just saying that I'm adopting 2 guys from Mount Kenya University, recommended by the alumni, by the way. And that is the kind of evolving that we are looking for. Once we are able to evolve at Mount Kenya University, we will evolve around the society, around the nation, and definitely we will evolve around the world. God bless.
Let's give a round of applause. That was pure stuff. When you were speaking, actually, I remembered certain classes I did on experiential learning. 5 principles of experiential learning. One is about, once we engage, we start learning, because it's a continuous learning, right? Reflection on so many things. So you touched on good strokes, and of course, how do you apply certain skills that you already have based on that learning? Okay? And of course, how do you collaborate with others who have already have those kind of experiences, skills, and knowledge? And then lastly, how do you own that kind of skill and walk away with it and turn it into something? Thank you for speaking us through that journey. I think that was quite apt. Let's appreciate her once more for that, because she has given back to Mount Kenya University. I think she's adopting, and you are doing good stuff. So next on stage is Fred Mukaria. Fred Mukaria is a senior guy here, Deputy Director of Programs, Advisor in the Executive Office of the President. So we are honored to have you here, and we are honored to have a member of the executive speak to us about economic shifts and, of course, opportunities. Welcome, and let's hear from you.
Yeah. Thank you, MC. The Vice Chancellor of this university, Mount Kenya University, Professor Jaganyi. In fact, your name is so hard, and sometimes I struggle to pronounce your name. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kajiado County, His Excellency Martin Moshisho, our Chairperson, Alumni, Madam Virginia, thank you for recognizing me. In fact, I didn't know that I would have an opportunity to speak in this forum. My name is Fred Mukaria, as you've been told by the MC, and I work as the Deputy Director in charge of programs in the Office of the Advisor, Political Affairs, Executive Office of the President. Okay, that's a very big position to pronounce, but I'm not that big. I'm just mtu wa mkono in that office. Si mnajua watu wa mkono? Yeah. So, yes, mimi ni mtu wa mkono. Napata unatumwa hapa na pale kufanyia serikali kazi. So I'm an alumni of Mount Kenya University. I left Mount Kenya University in the year 2015, but I'm not only an alumni, but I'm also a former staff. I used to work with MKU. I'm part of the team that started MKU in Mombasa County back in the year 2008, but I joined the following year, 2009, June 2009, and I worked with MKU for about 4 years, 4 or 5 years, but I started studying there at the university because I joined the university with a diploma in information science, and then I did a bachelor's degree in business and information studies, BBIT. I did BBIT and left in the year 2015. So I left MKU not because there was any problem, but it's like God directs the ways of his people. So God directed me in politics, and I joined someone by the name Honorable Badi Twalib, and that's why someone asked me if Badi is coming. I don't know whether it was Badi Twalib was to be invited or myself, because I'm the one who received the message, and I used to work with as his office manager those years in his first term in office. And that is when he was studying Bachelor of Business Management, Human Resource. So he used to be my boss by then, but still I left him again, and I joined active politics. I went for MCA in Mombasa, Mikindani. As much as I come from Meru County, but I went to Mombasa just to look for a job, and that's how I met these politicians, and I maneuvered around. I didn't make it as an MCA, and someone said that education is a scam, and in fact, I that time after I lost the election, I realized the education by then was a scam to me. And I even asked myself, why did I have to go to school? And because I lost the election and life was so tough by then. In fact, even putting food on the table, and as a family man, it was so hard. And it's like, I felt like, now, why did I have even to go to school? Maybe I could have been a matatu conductor or anything. Because, you see, as a mheshimiwa, watu ko in Mikindani, Mombasa, wanasema, mheshimiwa. So, mheshimiwa without money, it's so tough. That was it, yes. In 2018, after I left the election, at least around 3 months, we earned some Jubilee money. But after maybe around 2018, things were so tough. In fact, I even started borrowing people. Nikawa kule Mombasa tunaita omba. I became an omba, but I thank God because he lifted me again. Hallelujah. Yes, the Lord. Yes, the Lord lifted me again. And that's how I even left Mombasa. In fact, I left Mombasa because everywhere, instead of kuitwa mheshimiwa, unapata watu wakiniona ni ndio huyu amepita. So, wengine wanambia, no, you almost won this election just right 2022. But deep in me, I felt like it's so tough trying to. In fact, I was talking to my brother here. We met. He told me that he was a student leader, but then Freddie, we share the name. Freddie, the university president, and Mr. Travis, ambayo tumekutana hapa leo, na nilikuwa nawaambia, I cannot even try to run again in my life. Unless, bwana deputy governor, mko na nguvu. Unless, maybe I'm 58, 60 huko, when my kids are not in school. Because, and I would even encourage anyone who is interested in politics here, you have to calculate you have to do some good calculations before you make a blunder, the same blunder that I made in 2017. Because I lost a job, I resigned. In fact, it was a requirement you have to resign from office so that you vie. As an office manager earning good salary, I used to fund university students at MKU, especially sababu, I have networks over there. I used to give them bursaries, sababu mimi ndio kusema by then. I used to give them bursaries, wakati unasikia, I used to connect them with employment. In fact, Jovu is the most populated constituency in terms of industrialization. We have so many transport companies. So, nikisikia mwanafunzi ametoka MKU, diploma, amefanya certificate, degree, I hold their hands and maybe introduce them to MDs. But now sasa kazi hakuna. How do you survive without a job and you have a family who depend on you? But what I'm telling you today is, I thank God what the FKU and the Vice Chancellor, the Chairman, the Council Chairman, and everyone else who is doing this work. Because you are doing it so well, some, like, maybe I couldn't have struggled for 4 or 5 years trying to gather myself again to become a human being. Because I think you, the book of, I think it's 2 Samuel, 1 Samuel 4:4. That boy, a VP. Sorry? Yes. No, it's grandson to Saul. Yes. Yes. So, ilifika imefika mahali hapa. But I thank God today because of what is happening with MKU and vile mnafanya about the insights on economic shifts and opportunities. There are so many opportunities. I also share my contacts in case maybe there are things that we can do kwa pamoja tunaweza fanya. But as I wanasiasa get ourselves, and Deputy Governor can attest to that. And but I will tell you briefly within the next 30 seconds that me, I work with the government, and I'm in the political advisory office. So some politics that we are, the decision that the president is, I'm part of the team that we normally advise him to make those decisions. Okay, Musinusha Mawe, please, let me just finish. Some of the decisions that he is making, you find some, we advise them some, but now the media is not reporting everything that we do. So kindly, if those who are taking videos and what have you, you work with the media houses, next time please report some things, some good things about us. Because I have evidence from so many people that SHA is working. Okay, there are some places that is not working, but I can assure you, I have so many people, even personal friends, that SHA is working. Unaingia hospitali, unafanyiwa operation, 150,000, it's cleared by SHA. Lastly, what I will tell you is that there are so many opportunities about tunaweza saidiana katika maisha. Let us keep on sharing and networking. Thank you very much.
Sorry for taking long time. Yes, Fred. Yeah, personal experience in politics, and of course, you shared some of the information, which I feel those who are interested to know, and of course, Mheshimiwa can check on you might attend. Yeah. So next on stage, we're not doing very well on time. Let's stick to 5 minutes, please. We have members of the alumni who have gone out on their way to start something. Bill Kaunda, the founder of Najimudu Empowerment Initiative, please come on stage. He's going to explain more on that. It's a CBO or an NGO. It's an ungovernmental organization. He tells me that it's in 5 counties. He will share with us much more on what they do, and of course to learn more on how we can then progress as a team.
Okay. Riding on the established protocols. Good morning, everyone. Hope you are doing well. To our Christian friends, I hope you had a good Easter, and Christ has risen, and we glorify his name forever. Amen. So my name is Bill Kaunda, and today I'm so honored to be in front of this powerhouse of individuals and institutions, and I'm thankful that we've managed to have a very thoughtful engagement like this. We are looking at the theme of the day, insights on economic shifts and opportunities. I myself am a product of Mount Kenya University. I've served as the president in 2021, 2022. And through those experiences as a leader, I came to learn one important thing when it comes to leadership. And I borrow it also a lot from the Bible. When Christ was telling his disciples that for you it will be different. For anyone who wants to lead must first serve. And that is the paradox of leadership. So When I was transitioning out of my leadership as the student president, I'd acquired a lot of skills and I'd acquired a lot of experience, which to me it was really kind of boiling, and I wanted a way to channel it out. So together with some of my colleagues and friends who we were in leadership with, those that were running various clubs and associations, we brought our heads together and decided now to register an non-governmental organization by the name Najimudu Empowerment Initiative. So we are a fully fledged NGO, national NGO working in 5 counties, and we work on the intersectionality of climate change and social justice. We believe that through empowering youth, women, and people with disability like myself, we are able to, sorry for that. Through empowering these people who are considered marginalized in our African continent and primarily in the global south, we have a chance to really work on most of the challenges that are facing us, because empowerment is the key solution to actually unlocking infinite opportunities. And I always love this beautiful motto of our university, because it really speaks to, after the heart of God, infinite opportunities. Like, it calls us to create, it calls us to expand our thoughts, our ability. And that's why we are here today as creators of opportunities, to empower more of our colleagues, of our peers. And you see how the tables cut across. We have the older generation, we have the younger generation. We have to have an intergenerational dialogue, because right now our country, with a mean of 19.4 years, it basically means that the largest population is below 30 years. And yet we have a huge disconnect of how we can meaningfully involve these young people into opportunities, which is lacking. As Najimudu Empowerment Initiative, we look at the challenges that we face from a youth perspective, from youth lens. I believe that we're in a point where, not to discredit the older generation, but to say that the younger generation, in some kind of way, has really gotten in a lot of information, mainly because of also technology, the aspect of accessible technology. They've been able to acquire a lot of information in this time. We look at the challenges that we face as a country, and what because solution speaks to their current, speaks to really what can be beneficial to them. And when we are having this intergenerational dialogue, it is very wise that we are having currently. Najimudu Empowerment Initiative is in 5 counties. We work in Kisumu, Busia, Kajiado, Meru, and Kilifi. And through partnerships, we're also in Nairobi and Kiambu. We had the singular honor of also having a memorandum with the university. And it is it's really also speaks of how the university is reaching out to its fellow its students who have been able to bring a solution, 1 or 2 solutions. And I thank Professor Wanderi for steering that, because we've been able to expand even our reach. We were able to work with the university in doing the first symposium on undergraduate research on community health last year, and we continue to do this. I'm glad Governor is here. We are doing a project called Climate Health Nexus campaign in Kajiado. We started in 2023, and so far we've been able to reach to more than 3,000 community members, because we want a holistic approach, a one planet approach we are doing, so that there's really not a place where we will So when the rippling effect starts, it works in so many angles. And as an NGO, you've seen how the global market is shifting, global funding. And it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call to our that solutions are there. Economy is shifting, but we can, as ourselves, we can look at ways in which we collaborate to bring up solutions that really empower the young people. As one scholar once said that, I was watching a podcast the other day, and a scholar said that the future of Africa is not really in capitalistic-driven enterprises, but rather social enterprises that bring the power of young people. That these young people who are produced by our very institutions, whether it is MKU, they be able to be meaningfully absorbed in activities around the country and around the globe. So thank you for that. I hope we'll more as goes by.
Thank you for sharing with us, Bill. I also belong to that category of working in the NGOs. I heard you talked about social justice, climate change. When I graduated from Mount Kenya University, I said I would never work in government. And I've been true to my word up to now. It's been about 15 years or so. So I've worked in so many organizations, and I feel somebody has to hold government into account. And of course, we have to complement. Government is the duty bearer of certain requirements, and other people outside government have to complement so that we make it reach, right? So, Bill, we can talk. I am in that space. I first started in child protection, moving to social justice, and of course, youth empowerment, health, and community empowerment programs, education. So I've been working in so many organizations. Currently, I'm working with Equality Now. It's based in the UK, with offices in the United States and, of course, in Asia. But I'm now in charge of programs for Africa and South Africa. So we can talk about those things. And I'm happy that we can at least talk that language of social justice, especially for young women and girls. There's a program we're reading in the SADC region. It's called She Leads, where we're empowering girls to be better, take opportunities, leadership and governance, so that they can be better leaders of tomorrow. So I know in Kenya it's very strong, and we want to empower girls and women at this era of femicide, to stand up against some of the injustices that are happening. So I don't want for that. There will be a forum where we'll speak much on that. We had so many speakers who we could wish to bring on stage to speak to us. For the interest of time, please forgive us, so that we also allow our keynote speakers interest of time and the responsibilities that they have in their offices, so that they don't feel like we are pigeoning of them in this place. So at this point, I invite our keynote, the former student of Mount Kenya University. We are proud of that, right? The deputy of Kajiado County, the Honorable, Your Excellency Martin Moshisho, to give us the keynote address. Please give him a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Vice Chancellor, Professor Deogratius Jaganyi, Professor Wanderi, Mr. Chairman, sir, all the protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning once again. My name is Martin Moshisho, Deputy Governor Kajiado County, and a proud alumni of Mount Kenya University. Before I say a few words, I'd like to introduce my friend whom I have come with, person we have worked together in Mount Kenya. Just want him to come and introduce himself before I say one or two. Abdinur. Abdinur was my Secretary General in Mkusa and also a CEO right now.
Squeezing me in mucha behind the desk. So I don't like speaking, but all protocol observed. My name is Abdinur Mohammed. I'm the CEO of a company called Labeik Investment Limited. We do marine and aquatic business. We export sea cucumbers. So you guys don't understand those things, but people of course will understand. So that is my field of business. I also have a construction company. So I'm a businessman. So thank you very much, everybody.
Asante sana. So Abdi was my Secretary General in Mkusa in 2012-2013, and I'm glad that he's where he is right now. I bring you greetings from Kajiado County. Mmepokea salamu za Kajiado County. Asante sana. It is good to see all of you. I'm very happy to associate myself with Mount Kenya University. I also joined Mount Kenya University in 2009 to pursue a diploma in banking and finance. And I'm glad that since I joined Mount Kenya University, Mount Kenya University shaped me, refined me, and I am where I am today because of Mount Kenya University. When I joined Mount Kenya University, I got some few roles, and those few roles that I was given became stepping stones to where I am today. Starting from being a class representative to Chairman Electoral Commission, and when I joined my degree, Bachelor's in Business Management, I was elected the student president in my first year degree in 2012. That gave me an opportunity to really know the world, because I joined some few groups around Kenya that introduced me to the world. One of the groups is a group called Africa Youth Leadership Forum that helps or works with a parliamentary group to organize for prayer breakfast in Kenya and in the United States. So I made to meet some CEOs in the country who mentored me, who shaped me, the likes of Vimol Shah, of Bidco, the likes of Mugo Kibati, of Vision 2030, the likes of Kibi Karevi, Ken Jiru of Ungwana Initiative, and they will always take us for a retreat as student leaders and ask us, think about Kenya. You are taken for a retreat of 3 days, then you are told, think about Kenya. So they will always tell us, what kind of a country do you want to see? We will say, we want a country that is free from corruption. We need a country that is developing. We need a country, and we could list things. And those CEOs pushed me that this country is also waiting for us as young people to step up and be the kind of transformation, the kind of leadership that we always yearn for in Kenya. I thank God that after my degree, Mount Kenya University held my hand. They gave me a job. Prof, I was given a job to become a coordinator of international students. Later, given another role to be the coordinator, clubs and associations. And of course, helping the student leadership in the university. And I worked with Mount Kenya University for 2 years. But I thought I need to challenge myself. I need to step out and step on difficult grounds. So that time, His Excellency the President, the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, nominated or appointed General Ngaiseri, whom we come from the same constituency, to become the Minister of Interior. So we had to go for a by-election in Kajiado Central. Even before I graduate, I went to Kajiado Central and I said I want to take over from General Ngaiseri. Others laughed me off. Of course, young men are looked down upon. And I sat with elders, Maasai community. Before you are elected, some elders somewhere have to sit down and see whether you qualify or you're not qualified. So they looked at my following. I was the favorite because a lot of young people were supporting. But I had one disadvantage. I was not well up financially. So I was told that to jumpstart this by-election, we require a candidate who has over 11 million to be able to run. We retreated as the young people to ask ourselves, where do we get the 11 million? The only thing we could afford is a goat each. So how many goats we will sell to be able to have the 11 million? I surrendered. I told the elders that let me go back to where I have come from. We will revisit politics later. So they said, young man, thank you. See you again. I came back to Mount Kenya University, continued with them. But I told myself I need to prepare well for this space. So as I work with Mount Kenya University, I got married. And I thank God for Mount Kenya University because I didn't only get education, I also got a wife. So I got married, and at least I would be a bit presentable to the community. But I said, because 2017 was coming, I will not go for the MP seat. I will go for a lower seat because I know my rating financially. So I went for an MCA seat like my brother over there. But just before we picked parties, the same elders came to me and told me, young man, we saw you are educated, you are a good man. You will not go for this lower seat of an MCA, and you will not go for the seat we told you not to go to run of an MP. any gubernatorial aspirant who is going to accept you as his running mate, we are going to support that person. And the first person in mind is Ole Lenku, and we will have a meeting with him. So the elders introduced me to him, and we jailed, and that's how I got to be nominated. And thanks once again to the founder of Mount Kenya University, Professor Simon Gisharu, because he told me, do not resign until you get your government salary. So I continue working with Mount Kenya University until I got a government payslip. Tell him I'm grateful and forever grateful. I was elected deputy governor, the youngest deputy governor in Kenya in 2017. And when we sat at the Council of Deputy Governors in Kenya, I was elected the vice chairperson of all deputy governors in Kenya. We did a good job in Kajiado, and we went back to seek a fresh mandate, and we were elected in 2022. Therefore, I'm serving my last term as deputy governor, and then the Council of Deputy Governors elected me as the chairman of deputy governors in Kenya. I just handed over the leadership of deputy governors a few months ago to concentrate on my bid to become governor of Kajiado County in 2027. I'm glad to be here. I'm always grateful for Mount Kenya University. It is a university that I always mention anytime I get an opportunity to introduce myself, because it is the place that made me who I am today. We are very, very proud to associate with you, and I want to thank the current leadership, because ever since, Mount Kenya University has not gone down, quality has improved, and we hear good about you. And we feel so proud. At one point in the history of Mount Kenya University, before I say a few things on your topic, Mount Kenya University was going through turbulence, and the founder was contemplating to close down and turn it to an hotel. So students then, and even the alumni, told him, there is no way that this university will ever change its status to an hotel. What will we say? Where will we say we studied from? An institution that has ever changed to become an hotel. I thank God that you continue to hold the aspiration of Mount Kenya University never to change its route, to continue being such a robust institution of higher learning in Kenya, in East Africa, and in the entire region. We want to thank you so much, and we always feel proud to associate with you. I want to appreciate those whom have picked the today's topic on insights on economic shifts and opportunities. First of all, congratulations for being CEOs, MDs, and leaders of institutions that you are leading. Congratulations. Pongezi sana. Kenya. It is good that you are talking on this topic at a time when we are really working hard to heal our economy. There are some phenomenon that has happened not just for Kenya, but across. Talk of the corona pandemic. It really affected businesses, not just in Kenya, but globally. After the corona virus, there came a very long drought in Kenya, that really affected, a long drought that has never been seen in the last 40 years. For example, counties like Kajiado that practice pastoralism, we were hardly hit by that drought. We lost about 365,000 cows. We lost 700,000 shots. That means goat and sheep. Cumulatively, or if you monetize that loss, it is over 20 billion shilling for a community that depends on livestock for food to be put on the table, for children to go to school, and for a family to access medical services. That was a very big loss. Then later, because of the shaky economy, there came the Gen Z's wave. It also affected businesses so much. Kenya, to operate, we need 3.7 trillion shilling to run our budgets. Our GDP finances it by 22%. So the deficit is from borrowing. You know, we have grants that we depend as a country to fill the deficit. We have external borrowing and largely domestic borrowing. So, what are the economic indicators, whether we are doing very well as a country or we are doing badly? We need to always look at our GDP. At the moment, we thank God that our GDP is slightly growing. So I want to encourage all the CEOs and MDs and leaders of institutions that there is hope. There is hope. Another indicator is inflation. You know, the changing of prices, especially going up, food, fuels, really affect businesses. That inflation really affects businesses. Another indicator is the monetary policy. You know, a lot of businesses relies on banks, financial institutions, and if banks are going to change their monetary policies, it really affects businesses. And then we always look at sector performance, especially departments like agriculture, how they are doing. Agriculture is the backbone of our economy, and if we do bad on agriculture, then our economy is really hit. And then another indicator is how well are we doing in our fiscal policy. The Gen Z wave came because of our fiscal policy. The president opted to increase, taxation to be able to fill the deficit in our budget. But then Gen Z said we have to reduce, our budget, and in that wave, again, it affected businesses. Revenue collection is another indicator. How well are we doing in collecting our revenues? So again, I want to encourage you that since 2013, where we are, at least there is slight improvement in terms of collection of our revenues as a country by 11%, and that gives us hope. What are the opportunities then? Because I don't want to take a lot of your time. There are many, many opportunities around. First of all, us coming to such a room, interact with one another, is immense opportunity. Businesses are interdependent. There is one service that you offer, but there is a service you require from your friend CEO in this room. There are things like business process outsourcing, very important. And CEOs, that is a method we need to adopt. It really helps in cutting down operational costs. I know Mount Kenya University, other than giving education, but has also a lot of other opportunities. We need cleaning services. Probably there is someone who has a startup in cleaning services. The university can outsource such a service to that CEO in this room. There is someone who is good in laptops and all these softwares. Another company can be able to outsource such a service. So these are opportunities that are just around us. But as a country, we need to look around our country and realize that we have a lot of opportunities. Take for example, tourism. There is leisure tourism that other countries do not have animals and such a good environment like ourselves, but they decide to venture into leisure tourism. Look at Dubai. Dubai attracts a lot of tourists to that country, but they do not have wildlife. They have just made sure that they use their oil and make one of the world-class cities. And even after they exhaust their oils, people will be traveling to Dubai to go and see what is the name of the tallest building? Khalifa, the Burj Khalifa. What about Kenya? We are blessed than those countries. We have the ecotourism. Ecotourism. We have wildlife. We have our environments. We have, artifacts and areas we can be able to really use to improve our country. There are a lot of opportunities. Right now, because of conservation, carbon credits is a new frontier in Kenya. A lot of communities are getting money out of carbon credits. This is a new field, but just by conserving the environment, you get a lot of money. Agriculture. We need to come up with modern techniques to do agriculture. As I told you, we are serving our last time as governor and deputy governor. And one of our pillars, because Kajiado has, at the moment, a four-pronged vision. One of them we call modulated pastoralism. Modulated pastoralism in the sense that we need to bring science to be able to help our pastoralists to adapt new techniques to do pastoralism and to have an economic gain from what they do. And one strength here is the value chains. When you have cows, there are a lot of products that we can get and sell from a cow. Apart from meat, hides and skin is a product from a cow that is even more valuable, more beneficial than the meat itself. Research shows that if you value add a small part of the ladies hizi bag zao kidogo kidogo, well value added, you can sell it for 100,000, 150,000, and you cannot sell a whole cow with that money. How many small pieces of that can a whole skin of a cow make? See, it's a lot of small pieces. But we are not concentrating about the value adding the hides and skin. We are concentrating on the meat that we are not even giving its value. Milk is another value chain. Out of milk you can get cheese, out of milk you can get yogurt, out of milk. But if you directly sell a cup of milk just from the cow, 35 shillings to 40 shillings. How about if you value add that? Get a lot of money. Hooves and all that, value addition. Kajiado is the second producer of tomato in the country, just after Kirinyaga. The Kirinyaga soils are tiring. Kajiado soils are still virgin. We have an opportunity to be the largest producer in the country. How about if we value add this tomato? Currently, we are having exploitation by buyers simply because the tomatoes are perishable. Brokers and these middlemen will come and they will wait until it is ripe. Then they tell you, buy at our price. If not, we will leave you. Instead of allowing them to perish, you sell at the mercy of the buyer. How about if we do processing? Those are opportunities, and I'm just mentioning those areas, but there are a lot of other areas that we can be able to exploit. Look at around, the bee, the honey. A few days ago, I helped some mamas to put up a small farm of 50 beehives. And then experts told me after 3 months, those 50 beehives will be harvested, and these mamas will get 1.8 million just after 3 months. How about if you put 100? And honey is the least you can benefit. There are other things like wax. There are other things like what they use to to treat a snake bite. That venom is from bees. How about if we exploit those areas? A lot of opportunities. Manufacturing. We need to focus on manufacturing if we want a country that is industrialized. Our digital economy. And I want to tell our CEOs that we need to be very dynamic because times are changing. And because of technology, some things, how we operate, will be overtaken by events and by time. Look at the real estate industry. Very soon, the real estate industry will shut down. It is being overtaken by B&Bs, Airbnbs. Are we aware? So you need to look at the current, how things are moving. Hotel industries, watu wanaacha sasa hizi kulala hizi B&Bs. You need to be careful. Taxi industry, because of technology. Hakuna sasa hii maneno ya kuweka mbao juu ya gari. Utakosa customers. Bolt, Uber is taking over because of technology. Na hii yote, hata hiyo B&Bs ni technology, ni kufinya tu kwa simu, umepata? You need to be aware. Shopping, physical shopping, it is being overtaken because of technology. Right now, people are going away from kukomboa kanyumba ya shop ya kuuza nguo. People are selling online. We need to be aware of such. Sitaki kuongea mengi. I just want to really encourage you that there are a lot of opportunities. You can make it. Network. Someone said that your net worth is your network. You are as rich as your network. Let's network. Let's pray for Kenya. Let's not lament. Even in difficult times, they can become opportunities for us to excel. Recently, when the Trump regime came back, counties were really affected because of the withdrawal of the foreign aids. So I always attend the National Prayer Breakfast of the U.S. So after the National Prayer Breakfast, I paid a visit to two senators, a Republican senator and a Democrat senator, just to get to know what occasioned the withdrawal of these foreign aids. But after long discussions, we came to realize that we need to rethink our strategy as a country, adopt homegrown solutions to our problems. So at the moment, we are really rethinking on how we can be able to adapt resilience and get homegrown solutions to our problems. And I think God is just guiding us so that we are not over-reliant to donor and foreign aid. I mean, God can always show us a way locally here. So even you, just think around you, look around you. There are a lot of opportunities that are glaring. May God bless you. Long live Mount Kenya University. Long live Mount Kenya University Alumni Association. Asante sana. God bless you. Thank you.
We can do better than that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the Honorable, the Deputy Governor for Kajiado. That was a moving one. I was whispering to Director there that we need an up-close meeting because I think you have a lot of wisdom to dispense. And perhaps to have a public lecture to the student at Mount Kenya University, that will be more helpful. So as the Association of Alumni will consider that, and it's something that maybe we'll pay you a visit just to plan that. So thank you so much for that moving address. Let's appreciate him once again for that speech. At this point, we want to have a small interlude to have entertainment. I want to call Gail on stage just to entertain us as we reflect the speech and the kind words and wisdom from the Deputy Governor of Kajiado. Gail. After Gail, then we'll have the MKU student president. You will fall after so that then we can proceed.
Good morning. Naona boeka, kila mtu ako tu zake kwa simu. Are you guys fine? Are you guys fine? Have you not eaten? Mio chakula ijafika vizuri kwa tumbo ndo ifike kwa akili ama ni aje? You know, we need food for everything. Because without food, pale campus watu wengine wanasema wanakula tu sanya wanasikia mwili kitetemeka, which is not good. My dad usually tells me it is very important to eat because there was his colleague who was sick and he fainted at work, and it is because he stays alone and he never eats. So he's taken to the hospital and nothing can be done because there's no food in his body. There's nothing running in his system to help him to be treated. So I want us to stand, we stretch a bit because you can see you guys, mmeboeka bana. So my name is Gail Adongo. I'm a student in MKU. It is wonderful to be here. If I say it is wonderful to be here, you say it is nice to be here. It is wonderful to be here. It is wonderful to be here. It is nice to be here. Thank you. You are very sharp, guys. Very sharp. So if I say it's wa, you say it's na. It's wa, it's na, it's wawa. If it's wawa, it's nana. It's nana, it's wawa, it's nana. It's wonderful to be here. It is nice to be here. It is very nice, and I'm so glad I'm seeing new faces, bright faces, beautiful ladies, handsome men. Hey, Annie. So, I want us to play a game a little bit. First of all, stretch tumwili kidogo. You must get the energy. So we want to play just a simple game, and itataka mchangamke kidogo. So it's Okay, thank you. So, because of time, I think just like that, it is just fine. Ama, mnataka. You okay? Straight. Okay, straight it. And just because of time, I just want to say something. I want to say, if I say ma, unashika kichwa. If I say mato, unashika mabega. If I say mato, unashika tumbo. If I say matoi, unainama unashika magoti. Oh, mato ni tumbo. Guys, I just want you to concentrate a little bit because of time you are going to move so fast. So, mbona mmelewa? Mani kichwa, mato ni mabega, mato the stomach, matoi, matoi, mato, matoi, matoi. Okay, it's fine, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, let me welcome my friend here. Right on time because she had an exam, so she took paper first and then. So, we are going to do our presentation. The very known Viviano. Vivian, c'est ça du maba et les passo. Oh, Viviano.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Daughters and sons of our land.
we know you are anxiously waiting for our introduction.
Which we refuse its implementation.
For I am not Omolo, who carries a big tablet that has no SIM card inside.
I'd rather be Kimani, who writes a big shopping list and has not even a cent. And gentlemen, welcome to the story of Viviano. Vivian, di ma ver concern. Vivian, c'est ça, di ma ba elle passo. Oh, Viviano. When I joined Mount Kenya University,
Specifically, Thika campus.
I met a lady by the name Viviano.
Viviano was so beautiful.
She was Fanta gorgeous, Fanta fabulous, Fanta passion. Hey. Oh, Viviano. Now, before we go down, there, man, tukifika nyuma sasa. Hey, what?
The intellectual capacity of Viviano.
Super pialidocious. Where? But there was a problem.
Viviano was so broke.
That she could not even afford her needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, umewahi ona mtu broke?
Hatukimwomba msamaha. Hana. Viviano could not even afford sanitary towel. On the other hand, Viviano the sassy, classy divas. Unlike Viviano, who could not even afford a meal. Viviano decided to ask the divas how they manage such an extravagant lifestyle.
Introduced Viviano to an online dating app.
She met Amzungu by the name Alejandro. Alejandro was wealthy. The country of might. They started chatting online.
They exchanged photos.
And before they knew it, they had fallen in love. hata ingekuwa wewe mzungu, handsome, UK, pesa, ungekosa kufon. They start calling each other. Hello, babe. You know what? My mother and your mother, they are all mothers.
Alejandro decided to come to Kenya and meet Viviano.
Told Viviano to book the most luxurious hotel in Thika town.
And who was Viviano to refuse?
Now, the D-Day finally arrived. Ready to meet the love of her life.
When she reached the hotel, she was warmly welcomed by the receptionist.
Who told her that her Mr. Right had arrived earlier?
Viviano rushed towards the room.
With a lot of excitement on her face. When she opened the door, kumbaku zangu, Alejandro from the UK was actually Kanut. Viviano was so shocked that the Alejandro she was expecting
Turned out to be who she had just rejected 2 months ago.
She immediately sensed danger and tried to escape.
No sooner had she moved an inch than Toro pounced on her like a lion ready to catch its prey.
Viviano started screaming for help. Luckily, one of the staff in the hotel heard her scream
And came to save her just on time.
Alejandro was arrested and faced the law.
Viviano, on the other hand, was put for therapy by the Mount Kenya University Counseling Department.
Which happened to be cancelled by one of the best counselors who happened to be a member of the MKU Alumni Association.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now as we speak, our very good Viviano is a member of MKU Alumni.
And is an advocate of safe use of internet in our campus.
The alumni group has sponsored with the university's administration under the leadership of a very able vice chancellor. It is providing sanitary towels for needy campus students
Like
us.
the concern. Oh, Viviano. Oh, Viviano. Thank you.
Let's give them another round of applause. That was timely. Timely. We also entertainment item from President. Let's appreciate him as he comes.
Thank you so much, everyone. Allow me to recognize the guests who are here for the sake of the visitors who joined us after we immediately commence our session today. Our Vice Chancellor, who happened to be our CEO for the university, Professor Degracias Chagani, our Deputy Governor, who is also one of our mentors, Honorable Martin Mushisho. We have the Principal, Corporate Services, Daktari, Professor Wanderi, who is here with us. I've seen Mom, Deputy Dean of Students here with us. Beauty tour. Welcome. We have also our Director, Alumni Relation, who have ensured also We and I have MKU Association Chair here with us who have done a very good and impactful presentation. We are having a distinguished CEO who are with us here, and the former Student Council membership, and also the all alumni who have joined us today. Allow me pass my greetings and introduce myself as Evans Kiprono Korir, a student pursuing Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and currently a third year. Distinguished guest, alumni, fellow and friends who are here today, it is both an honor and privilege to stand before you, not just as a student, but as the serving president of Mount Kenya University Students Association. I bring you warm greetings from the vibrant halls of Mount Kenya University, where thousands of young minds are shaping their futures, just like you. It is always inspiring to meet the trailblazers who laid the foundation we continue to build on. Your legacy speaks volumes, and today I am here to do more just to appreciate it, to reconnect it with the present. As the current student leader, I have an opportunity to experience the hopes, challenges, resilience. With this insight, my administration is committed to creating a lasting impact through and also the most impactful moments that we are having in the institution. These are the key highlights that I could wish we do, and also we work together with the Alumni Association, CEOs, and even the membership who are here today. Number one is the student empowerment by promoting inclusivity, academic support, and mental wellness. Recently, we did USIU. When we talk of inclusivity, so we include over in the how can we approach the partners? It is through the alumni who have gone out and explore, who have gone overboard, like our senior comrade in that matter. Allow me to say so, an incoming governor of Kajiado County, that you have gone ahead and even explore what is happening outside the world. We need you much in this particular point when it comes to improving the inclusivity of our university, specifically, or even the students who are able differently. Number two is what I've mentioned on the academic support. At the current statistics of the university, we are having 62,261 students. It's a very huge population across all the campuses. This population, we have come and realized that there are some of the students who are facing challenges. One of it has been mentioned. Number two is also on the academic part of it. We know we have scholarship happening outside and even inside the institution. Our university have done much with the scholarships. Currently, we are having the MKU Foundation Scholarship, where our students have been given 7 million amount of money. Clap for our Vice Chancellor. 7 million is not enough for our students. We appreciate that. But we need also to explore the outside world. Through who? Through the alumni who are here listening to us today. We are also going through suffocating and devastating times in the university. Interaction with the students, you come to realize that there are some of the students who are actually facing serious challenges on the mental wellness. As the Student Council, will try on our level best to ensure that we improve the wellness of our students. Sometimes we do forums, we engage them directly. we stand together. The second, on the practical skills development through innovation apps, workshops, and student-led projects. To touch on the innovation apps, our university have an app that it was installed in the year 2023, and we have been doing much of it, but we still need more partners so that we can ensure it is benefiting directly to our students. Number three, the administration is working to ensure that the leadership, mentorship, and accountability is very cultivated, and it has servant leaders who are not just competent, but compassionate. However, to fulfill this vision effectively, I'm reaching out to all of you, our esteemed alumni, for your support and partnership in the following areas. Number one, mentorship and coaching. Many of you have walked paths our students dream of. Your guidance can shape futures, inspire hope, and unlock potential. As we have our motto as unlocking infinite possibilities, so you have gone ahead of us, and we know there is much that you can contribute to our student leadership. You provide hope to the hopeless, and you become the voice to our university. Number two, to offer us opportunities for internship and exposure. Every day, I got inboxes from the students requesting for attachment and internship. Serving as the current president, at some point, I struggle much also to look for the internship and attachment for our students. I might not be in a position to assist all of them, but I request all of you, with the current position that you are having, with the current connection that you are having, kindly assist us also to source the attachment and internship for our students, because that is the best role that we can assist them. One thing that I promised them is that I might not be in a position to assist all of them, but let me do that one thing that it can be impactful to the personal life of an individual. Number three, is the resource support and sponsorship. Be it for student innovation projects, forums, or talent development, your contribution can turn ideas into impact. Our students or the university as a whole, we have got a good support when it comes to talent boosting, when it comes to sporting activities. And actually, our students were from the national competition, where they have been doing much, and our university have been really supportive in it. We need also to get the sponsorship for those people who are talented in different fields, either in sports and even in others sector, so that they can also get good mentorship and they can be part of the marketing of our institution. Through you, the alumni, we also believe you assist us in that. We also need to get alumni-student dialogues. Let's create platforms for interaction and collaboration so that this connection grows stronger with every passing year. Our director for alumni relations have really done a lot when it comes to engagement with alumni, so that we achieve a good productivity and sustainability in our university. I'm happy for our guest to have mentioned that there was a time when university was supposed to be turned to be an hotel. So I was worrying, like, if in case they could have implemented it, I could not. So we all need each other in this particular time. And the best people to perform the best part of it is the alumni, who can defend and always stand with the institution. We have female students who still miss classes because of lack of basic hygiene essentials. That is not just a health issue, it is a dignity issue. Through leadership, as I quote the John Wooden said, it is not about being in charge, it's about taking care of those in your church. I ask for your support in launching the She Blooms Alumni Births Drive. We have targeted 5,000 plus students to assist in each and every semester. We will not be able to assist all of them, but we have the genuine cases who are actually facing challenges. To our sisters, at some point, they might not be in a position to mention it, especially to the boy child. But they can go to office of the Deputy Dean requesting for sanitary pads. They can go to the office of the Vice President requesting for sanitary pads, of which we have more corporates. From my office, I've approached one, and they have given us 1,000 sanitary pads to distribute on May. We are also reaching out to all of us. You connect us so that we can ensure this initiative comes to the reality. We also need to create an alumni student mentorship cycle. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. We want to go far, and together we need your guidance. Your stories, your scars, your strategies, they are textbooks, more powerful than anything found in the library. Work with us and guide us. In this presence also, I would like, through our director, to invite our incoming governor, Kajiado County, and also the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gracious Chagany, to our second National Leadership Forum that will be happening, and everyone here, that will be happening on 21st June next semester, so that you can also come and engage with our students, because that will be the best thing we can give to our students who need someone who can keep them an hope and something future. Seated with them, you can, when you are in Thika. We all understand the economic crisis that we are in it, and I know through you, you will always have a story to tell them that will motivate them to still push for academics and leadership training. To sum up with, good people, we need to champion also for the mental health and emotional intelligence. We have several NGOs, several organizations who are championing for the same. Through your alumni, you can assist us reaching out to them. Direct us through our director so that we can always engage and we can get the support from them. The theme of today, it was on the economic shifts and opportunities, and I believe if we work together, we will not only shape the future, we will shock the world. Legacy is not leaving something for people, it is leaving something in people. Let us leave wisdom, courage, hope, opportunity in arts of every student that walks the grounds of Mount Kenya University. Mount Kenya University, my pride, your pride, our pride. Asanteni sana. May God bless all of you. And may God. Before I finish, allow me request. We have predecessors who are here, the presidents, and it will be an honor if I request them. They come, we take a photo with our incoming governor, a brief one, then it proceeds from there. A minute, please. Presidents. Clap for them as they come. I will request. Yes.
Thank you, the current president, Mount Kenya University. You've met some 4 or 5 asks. I think most of them, they are half solved because we have the director of alumni relations. And you have hers. Through her, you'll get linked to hers. So, and of course, you may need to catch up with the the Honorable Deputy Governor Kajiado to give you tips on certain things that you've asked. So, and of course, all the best for the upcoming forum and dialogue meetings, because I believe when people come together, they find solutions. So moving on swiftly, at this point I want to invite on stage Director Alumni Relations to come forward so that then she can execute the next agenda. Let's appreciate her as she comes.
Thank you, Vance. And because of those asks by the students that some of them are within our reach, I kindly ask us, all of us, to have our phones. Please get your phone. Let me also get mine. Kindly get your phone. Is your phone close to you? Do you have a phone? Please go to your M-Pesa. Kindly go to your M-Pesa. Kindly go to your M-Pesa. Kindly go to your M-Pesa. I'm also doing the same. Go to pay bill. You are safe. Trust me, you're safe with me. Very safe. Go to your pay bill. Some of these things are better acted immediately. Go to your pay bill. We have the business number there. That is right 407 407 407 5651 407 5651. Have you written? You may account number. Please write She Blooms. She Blooms. She Blooms. Yeah, we want our ladies to bloom. They have made a very passionate appeal. She Blooms. What is next? Amount. Weka kitu. Write something. Please write something. Put something there. Let's support our students. Write something. Put an amount. Actually, let me also finish the process. Put an amount. Whichever amount you do, I keep saying some of these things, they are not so expensive, but for a student, they are expensive. So any amount that you put, for sure, it will help a student all too. The reason as to why we are saying 5,000 packets is because one student for a semester, on a very good scale, for the boy child in the house you may not know, but if we give at least a packet for a month, which is very minimal, that is 4 packets in a semester. Viviano, tuko pamoja? Sindio? 4 packets in a semester, and 4 packets is just around, by 4 packets, that's around 200 shillings. You support 1 student for a whole semester. Have you finished the process? Thank you. Appreciate yourselves. That was within our power. That was within our power. We can do something. And let's keep doing. Let's keep doing. Allow me to bring on stage my professor, Professor Peter Wanderi, to give his remarks and bring us the Vice Chancellor. Thank you.
To the Vice Chancellor, Professor Deogratius Jaganyi, and to our guests, all of them, starting with Your Excellency, Deputy Governor Kajiado, who we interact with very closely, and who we have already started commissioning prayers for your the desires of your heart to be met. And to all the guests who are here, past students, the executive members of the association, the CEOs, and student leaders, and my colleagues, including Virginia, Hambo. Mine is once again to appreciate the fact that you came, but also indicate that Vice Chancellor, listening to you all talk, was drafting a memo to me. Follow them up. I want MOUs with all of them. And I'm sure this is a time even to have an MOU with the Association of the Alumni, because we need to know who you are actually and how we relate with you. Nowadays, we are working with the stakeholders who are telling us, have an MOU with everybody. And at the university, we have our own business, strategic business unit that relates to MKU so closely. And we work with them. And I suppose it's time to have an MOU with you, because we see there is a lot of potential in you. You may have to lead and others follow you. We wish you well. Vice Chancellor, with your permission, we will be able to follow up on all these people, and we shall be able to have very useful relationships. And I am particularly touched by the fact that the president or the chair of the association of the Mkusa has said it all. And we shall work with you, we shall follow them up so that we can see how this can be of use to the university. Once again, we appreciate you. And before I invite the Vice Chancellor, let me also indicate that Mount Kenya University, since you left MKU, we have been recognized by the United Nations all the way at New York. There is a forum for universities called Academic Impact. At the moment, we have been given the opportunity to be the hub for Sustainable Development Goal number 9 on industry, innovation, and infrastructure. So this afternoon, I have a meeting with a team that has been given by the Vice Chancellor of members of staff who are advisory to the office that we are coordinating it. And it's just a matter of time that we request a lot of this to have as a logo, that will of SDGs, together with our document. And we ask you as our partners, and especially the alumni, embrace this. And through the Vice Chancellor, let me indicate that it's only 5 years to come when we will be revising our Vision 2030. At the same time, we shall be revising the SDGs 2030. And we want to make sure that all of us, we have a position when we are revising and maybe on the way forward. We will require our strategic joint partnership as an effort, as a synergy, so that we can reach there. And the Vice Chancellor has given us all the opportunity. With those comments, allow me to invite the Vice Chancellor to come and give his remarks. Once again, thank you very much. Let us... Vice Chancellor, welcome.
Let me hold this fake microphone, which doesn't seem to be working, but I think is for the media purposes that we have to hold the microphone. I'm very, very proud to be here. When I listen to the talk or to the speeches that have been given by our alumni, the most fascinating one, and the one which I've learned, that when I finish my position as the Vice Chancellor, I will never vie for MC's job. Even though my kids have already left school. It is actually an honor to be standing here, or to be in this room. Let me ask you, since when were you in the presence of 7 presidents? With one of them still in office. And on top of that one, our deputy governor, who is also present here. So, let me do the necessary salutations, and that is to recognize people who are in the room, and that is our Deputy Governor. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. That's our Deputy Governor, Kajiado, Honorable Martin Moshisho, and we wish you all the very best. We know that It is already written that you'll be the next governor for Kajiado. Maybe I should join him to be his deputy and run. And leave the vice chancellor to somebody else to do that job. Our esteemed CEOs who are here, the managing directors, the entrepreneurs, the Mkusa present and past, really it's an honor before you on this particular day. And I must really thank the team who made it be possible. Joined the university to run this alumni association because we had believed that it was dying and we needed to have somebody with the energy and the enthusiasm that will really rekindle the MKU Association, Alumni Association. Greeting from the Board of Director, Professor Simon Gisharu. He passes his greetings to this particular occasion because he simply said that you are meeting, you know what that is? In a milk is what? The cream. You're meeting the cream de la cream of the MKU's alumni. So he simply said that, pass my greetings and wish them well. As Professor Wanderi was talking, that I was drafting a memo, believe me, the memo has already gone to my secretary and it should be in his email shortly. It is a great pleasure to welcome you to the inaugural MKU Alumni CEOs Breakfast Forum, a landmark gathering that brings together some of our most distinguished alumni for a morning of insight, connection, and inspiration. And connection it has been. I've always had a problem making some payment in Kajiado, but today I was sitting with the boss himself and I've offloaded my problems. So when you talk about connection, my problems are sorted. On behalf of the University Council, the Board of Directors and Alumni and University Management Board, I want to express how proud we are of your achievements. Your success reflects the strength and the spirit of an MKU education, and we are honored to be part of your journey. At MKU, we not only give you the certificate, but we make sure that you are a whole person. You have just seen, hey, who was that lady? She was, Viviano. You saw Viviano. You saw Viviano. It actually builds your talent in terms of acting. And, because at the end of the day, the employer is not only looking at the certificate. The question they ask nowadays is, what else are you bringing to the table? What else are you bringing to the table? Because all of you have got certificates from all the universities. But that extra bit which comes from MKU just gives you an edge against all other graduates. This forum marks the culmination of our Alumni Business Month, a vibrant and impactful series that features 3 powerful webinars which fostered meaningful connections, mentorship opportunities, and shared experience that left a lasting impression. Through these events, we listened, we learned, and we were inspired by your journeys. Today, we gather under the theme, Insight on Economic Shift and Opportunities. And I think there couldn't have been any better person to present that topic than the Deputy Governor. The insightfulness, you know, it made me totally say that it is the kind of a talk you want to give to the graduates at the graduation ceremony, so that as they leave, they start thinking not only of being employed, not looking at that cow and looking at the meat, but thinking beyond that that skin can actually make you wealthy. And therefore, Professor Wanderi, I always simply say there is no free breakfast to anybody who works with me. There will always be work to follow. So Professor Wanderi is the man I work with when I'm dealing with external people from the university. And at this particular point in time, he knows what is expected, because at the end of the day, I have to have somebody to strangle when something doesn't happen. So I will do that one to Wanderi. So he knows what needs to be done, and to be able to get our Deputy Governor to embrace that particular occasion. Let me say something else. We have had a discussion with the Board of Director, Professor Simon Gisharu, the founder of MKU, and we are looking for an Alumni of the Year. There's a thick envelope. Sio zile za bunge za brown. Hii is a thick envelope to be able to appreciate an MKU alumni who has impacted the community in a way that is unimaginable. So Professor Wanderi, Virginia, have been given the mandate to develop a framework that will be able to identify that particular alumni, and that at the graduation point in December, we as a university can actually award that alumni with our recognition. So it's not only going to be a certificate, because let's be sure, there's a story told of a young man who went for a race and he came number 1. And he was given a trophy. When he got home, he was so proud and told his father, I got the trophy. And the father asked, what is in it? And there was nothing in it. Simply say, next time you must ask them to put an envelope inside the trophy, because that's what we need. So we are not going to give you a certificate. We're going to be able to make sure that that envelope is thick enough to reward you for the work that you do. So if you know of any alumni, it's not only going to be a CEO, an alumni of MKU who has contributed and has impacted the community in a big way, we will be doing that one on an annual basis, where we find that somebody is worthy of that award. So, ladies and gentlemen, the global economy is evolving rapidly, driven by digital innovation, climate change, shifting markets, and evolving consumer behavior. The three things the governor touched on. I was in South Africa over the Christmas holiday. And you'll be amazed. My kids never left the house, but the motorbike kept on coming. This is missing. They just go into the cell phone, and in the next 10 minutes, somebody is at the door. As a matter of fact, even not at the door. At that time, you're somewhere in the mall. But they'll open their cell phone, and the security system will be able to confirm the person is delivering that one. The gate will be open. You're looking at the guy. He delivers it there. The gate is closed, and off they go. Nobody goes to the shops. So that's the consumer behavior that is happening with the Gen Zs. And if you can be able to tap onto that, you'll be well on your way to doing quite well. These changes present both challenges and new frontiers of opportunity. We are proud to see MKU alumni at the forefront, innovating, adapting, and redefining leadership in this dynamic environment. Forums like these are essential, not just for the reflection, but for building lasting connection and sparking collaborative solutions. It's my sincere hope that those ones who are in this room, you have traveled with your business card. By the way, some of us are still also old-fashioned. We carry the paper business card. Nowadays, guys, they just got digital business cards, you know. That's so you share digital business cards. And I sincerely hope that as you live here, you'll have collected as many digital business cards as possible so that you stay connected. Your contacts are your net worth. So make sure that you get that as you go. I was very happy to listen to the laptop idea, which I'm sure that a number of people here will be able to make advantage of the reduced offer that is being given. And I'm hoping that that offer is a lasting offer to all the MKU alumni. Is that so? Well, you think, where is the laptop? Their laptop. You all put on brown, so I get a bit confused. I hope it is for, it's a lifetime reduction for all the alumni. So please make sure that her e-business card is extremely important. So those ones, let this space be one of learning, partnership, and renewed commitment to your industries, to each other, and to the university that helped shape your path. Imagine if it had become a hotel. Maybe I will not be standing here. I would definitely not be standing here because I've never done any hospitality business. Generally speaking, this space is about building a community of alumni who not only lead industries, but also lift others along the way. And speaking of lifting others, allow me to make a heartfelt appeal. As part of our effort to support student well-being, the MKU Alumni Directorate has launched a pad drive for needy female students, many of whom struggle with access to basic menstrual hygiene products. This is not just a health issue, but an issue of dignity, access, and education. Really, we have 62,000 students. When I joined MKU 4 years ago, our population, it was just after COVID, our population was 20,000 plus. We have tripled that number to date. And there are reasons for that. Our academics have worked hard. Our management has stayed on the ball. During your time, maybe people complained about missing marks. Does it make sense? We don't have that one anymore at MKU. Dropping of units. We don't have that one anymore at MKU. So we are telling our students, come to MKU and count how many semesters you need to graduate, and we will meet at Landless. The choice is yours, because on our side, we will deliver, and we are delivering. So if you see the number of people we graduate is roughly 7,000. 7,000 per semester, per graduation. That's already 14,000 a year. But then there are people who we may leave behind simply because of small things like the pads, missing lectures, and shying away from attending classes. And we are simply saying that let's be a community that making sure that we leave nobody behind and that we carry everybody to Landless, to the graduation square. And therefore we are appealing to you, as you've been told, 200 is a packet and a semester. 200. Deputy governor. Yani, unajua nowadays hata Uber sio 200. Hata Uber sio 200. Hakuna. When I look at these billboards, KFC, sijui nini na nini, it's not 200, it's about 600 plus. So that is 3 students per semester. So we are saying that support the campaign, be part of it. As we simply say, engage, empower, and evolve. So let's make sure that this happens. We call on you, our alumni leaders, to support this initiative. We had a ladies' dinner. Was it a ladies' dinner? A ladies' reunion. And this initiative was launched. So what we are just doing here is supporting that ladies' reunion initiative. Your contribution, no matter the size, will ensure that no young woman at MKU is left behind. You know, we don't have to use our M-Pesa anymore. It's just a stop order, and every month like a 200 you support. Adopt a girl at MKU. As she said, buy MKU, build what? I like that. I like that issue. Buy MKU and build MKU. So let's make sure that we build MKU through supporting this initiative of the PAD. We also encourage you to give back in other meaningful way. through mentorship, offering internships, supporting scholarship, and partnering in university programs. Together we can create pathways for others to rise. I must say that Kajiado County, we are collaborating with how many hospitals? 5. We are collaborating with 5 hospitals in Kajiado County in support of our medical programs. So, you know, we are very, very happy with that initiative. As we close Alumni Business Month, this is the closure of Business Month, let this not be the conclusion, but the beginning of us engaging, empowering others, and evolving. A beginning of deeper engagement, a beginning of transformative ideas and action, a beginning of a culture where we measure success not just by what we achieve, but by how we empower others. Thank you for answering this call. Thank you for being part of our story. And thank you for making Mount Kenya University a name synonymous with excellence, leadership, and impact. Together, let's continue unlocking infinite possibilities for ourselves, for our communities, and for generations to come. Let us engage, let us empower, let us evolve, and let us buy MKU and build MKU. With those, I thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's appreciate him once again. Thank you for that good speech, sir. We appreciate that. So we are moving towards the close. At this point, I want once again to request, sir, that you come up front. As he comes, I also want to invite upstage Irene Nyaga and Deputy Governor. You can also join the stage. We want to appreciate this answer you're going to start to gift. So I'm requesting that Virginia, you can give the gift to the Vice Chancellor to give to Irene. Let's appreciate that. Can take a good photo. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's appreciate that. And next, Governor is taking his gift. It's our partners. Yeah. Thank you very much. Now I welcome on stage the chair of the Alumni Association also to come and gift the First Chancellor. He also needs gifts, is it? He needs to be gifted for the service. Thank you very much. You may sit. I want to invite Madam Kaikai to come and give vote of thanks. After that, we're going to have photo session and to guide how we are going to take our photo. We have got